Hello and welcome back to Ankh Plays. We're starting off our 8th installment of Anvilseal here, and I'm excited to get right into things. So when we last left the dwarves, they were getting back to normal after their fight with Dwarf Shed. It was a giant camel. You can see some of the remains of that battle taking place down here. All the dead have been laid to rest, and our little hamlet is getting back to normal. It's actually recovering quite well. And, well, I mean, as normal as it gets. Things are going to be crazy around here for a little while. So, one of the things that, well, let's talk about what happened last time just a little bit. So, obviously, you saw a moment ago the remains of Dwarf Shed. He's been killed and eaten. You can see there's a gigantic stock of food, which is pretty nice. Our cooks are going to be busy dealing with that meat for quite a while. We managed to entomb all of the fallen from the battle. You can see them up here along this wall, along with our first expedition leader, Irish. We did another trade where we successfully traded all of our crowns and most of our gems for a large number of logs and a large amount of food as well. So yeah, that was a fairly successful trade. And then we had a new artifact that was created. This is Kongimakur. I don't know how to say that, but we'll leave it at that. Kongimakur. Created by a dwarf by the name of Regoth. We got our temples. Well, we got our temple set up, but there's another temple over here now that we've moved, as you can see, because we're getting ready to carve out the rest of this here. In fact, we need to move this stuff out of the way as well. So, and then we trapped and ate 2 giant one-humped camels. I totally forgot about that. So we are not wanting any food at this point, which is great. And the dwarves have largely gotten back to normal. Now, one thing between episodes that I did notice and I wanted to bring to everyone's attention, because I thought this was kind of a sad end to this particular dwarf's life. But during the Battle of Dwarf Shed, we lost 4 dwarves. Vabok, Saxel, and Cog, our hunter, and Unib, a Valeral. Now, one of those names might sound familiar if you've been watching and paying close attention, and that would be Unib. And you'll notice Alath here, who's gained the nickname of Mother by the fortress. She was the first migrant to bring her and her 4 boys to the fortress. And if we look at where she's at right now, she's praying in this temple. And, well, she's the new expedition leader, but you'll notice that Unib Valerel was her eldest son. So in the course of a year, she came to the fortress and her son paid with his life, unfortunately. So I think for the next few episodes at least, we're going to be keeping a pretty close eye on Alath, just to see, of course, how the rest of her smaller family fares, and then how she's doing as well. And she's been quite busy, which is good. She's got quite a personality that seems like she's not super worried about some of the more recent things that have happened. She's definitely horrified about seeing a dead body, which you don't want your dwarves to have to see, but a lot of really positive thoughts here. Tenderness talking to the child, delighted, horrified seeing a body. She hasn't really seemed like she's processed the loss of her son. She's currently more rude, she's currently more confident, she's currently more shameless, and she's currently more thoughtless. which those could change into permanent traits if we're not careful. So yeah, she's been busy. She's working on making rock pots for the fortress right now, and hauling things around, which is good. But I think I'd like to get her some help. She's the only stone crafter that we have on site, or that we're allowing to do stone crafting, and so I think to at least kick things off, let's get her a spot. Let's get her some help. So we're in a craft store's workshop, and we're just gonna build it out of granite blocks because we have so many of them. And I mean, she's been busy. You can see there's a ton of stuff here. Salon's become a farmer. One other thing that I wanted to talk about too, just briefly, is you will notice that there is a dwarf running around with the name of Herd Slayer. That's Kib Gambishkadol. He's off doing some seed planting right now. He went and grabbed some seeds. And he's a farmer. But if we go into his military record, you can see that he is the dwarf that killed Steel Chances. Or Delurtenshed, as the dwarves would call him. So I'd like to keep an eye on this guy as well, just to see how he's getting along. He seems like he's doing all right. He might be overqualified for a planting job, and he has some unmet needs that might be something that we want to keep track of. And as I'm watching these guys, am I seeing something die in there? Alright, well, while you're running off, Kib. Yeah. There's miasma from someplace. Oh, okay, yeah. We've got some rotten stuff there. So this purple stuff that I noticed kind of floating around, the dwarves are gonna take that up and haul it and drop it in the lava. It's generally not good to have your dwarves walking through that. It gives them a negative thought. In fact, it'll offset the mist generator that we've got going here. So definitely don't want to do that. Let's see, we'll check the traps. We still have a few camels running around within the fort, so we've got to keep track of that. Let's get this stuff taken care of. And Obak. I think this guy was involved in the battle with the Delurtenshed as well. He's also very weak, so he's kind of running around in the fortress. The doctor here. No health problems. Okay. So we're going to delete this hospital here, guys. This was a great temporary hospital, but it is time to let it go. We're going to drop down to what will eventually be our new hospital. That's good. We'll do 4 beds. I think 2 coffers will be good for now. And we're going to make another zone here. And I think this will be called Anvilseal Hospital for now, but I think this is going to get a lot nicer as we go on. At least that's the hope anyways. Oh, and I didn't realize it did that. Interesting. He's literally a doctor, so I guess we'll do that. Vukar was the other dwarf that killed a camel. Oddly enough. That's probably not a good idea. Let's just put people who are qualified in for this and hope that they don't get overworked. A bone doctor. Edam's a bone doctor. Don't really have anyone with surgeon qualities, so I don't know, go nuts. Somebody should pick this job up. Tozen. Sure. Two buckets. Crutches, splints. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Perfect. So they'll be able to use the water from the well here as well. And you kind of want your well close to your hospital so people can retrieve water. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the goals for this episode. So I think we have an ongoing need to continue to trap the camels, which we're going to handle by just kind of passively placing traps around the fortress until we get all of them. Once we do that, we'll either trade them away, because that might be an interesting thing to do, or we might just eat them. I don't see any reason why that is unreasonable. If that makes sense. You know, there's definitely some value in potentially trading them, but I don't think that, well, I'm not going to worry about it. If there's an opportunity to trade them, then sure, but rest assured I'm not going to be making an effort in that regard. I think the dwarves are probably enjoying camel meat as it is. One of our other goals we're kind of working on right now, which is to get that hospital moved downstairs to closer to where it's, you know, normally going to end up, which is good. And then we want to start on another couple of special projects if we get a chance to. All the while, we're going to keep track of Elath and Herdslayer, Kib. And we'll just check in on them throughout the episode. Another yak cow, so that's going to be four animals to milk now. Let's just check in on some of the livestock that we've got running around the fortress too, because I think we had a stray hen. Yeah. Goodbye. And before you say, hey, that hen could lay eggs, you're absolutely right. It could lay eggs. But I'm not super interested in keeping it around. Just there's too many animals up there already. So we've got one bull and 2 cows. This is good. We're waiting for these guys to grow up. This bull will replace the next bull. But we'll have 2 offspring next year, I think. So we've got a pretty... Oh, we've got one that's caged. We've got a pretty good outlook for the yaks. Now, the ram and the ewe, I'm getting rid of these guys. As soon as we start running low on food, bye-bye. They're going to be gone. They're not really helping us. We will have one less animal to milk, but that's okay. Looks like we caught a one-humped camel. Did we just catch you? Where are you? Yep, there he is. Another one-humped camel. Camels in the bag. That's great. All right. Will I cause a cave-in if I dig through here? We're going to find out. I'm feeling lucky. Oh, don't do that. Let's just tunnel that away. Probably should move the manager's offices as well. I just don't know where to put them at this point in time. I haven't thought a lot about that. How are we looking up here? More rhyolite blocks? Oh, we have a lot of them. Yes, sir, we do. It's coming together. And the thought occurs we should probably do some stockpile management as well. It's a lot of stuff to do. Definitely a lot of stuff to do. So there's two other dwarves that I want to check in on. One of them is a dwarf by the name of Shorast. And Shorast was injured in the battle with Steel Chances. And we're going to check in on him in a minute once the dwarves get a little bit closer to finishing off this floor here. And we are in early winter. It's taken us, what, 2 years? Yeah, a solid 2.5 years to get this all taken care of here. Now we're going to jump down here, and we notice we've got another Craftsdorf workshop where these scepters and pots are getting created. And I think we're just going to say, we're going to make this less generic because Elath is going to have a lot more responsibility moving forward in the fortress. And so despite the fact that she's legendary, I want to make this free for other dwarves to be able to jump in and work. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Eventually I get my right hotkey here. Looking good, dwarves. Do another 16. Really cranking on the rhyolite. So a lot of these big tasks like this, at least I've noticed that they do kind of slow the fortress down a little bit, and they make things kind of challenging to get other stuff done because you notice that there's just a ton of dwarves that come up here and do construction, and so that's taking them away from other labors. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but it does take away from getting other stuff done. Hauling stuff, moving stuff, storing stuff in stockpiles, making food, making drink. It seems like we're actually going down in the drink department here, the more that I notice. We should probably check in on that as well. And I check in on that butcher shop too, so that we're not letting miasma spread. Stray water buffalo bull. We have our hospital done. Yeah, looking good. Okay. Dropping back down here. Let's dump the nervous tissue. I think that's one of the things that you don't get any use out of anyways. Let's check the brewery. Nothing going on in the stills, so what do we have to brew? So we have a ton of plump helmets. And we've got a ton of plump helmet seeds. We've got plenty of cave wheat seeds. Okay, so we have a ton of ingredients, and the question becomes, why are we not brewing? So let's answer that question. Brew drink from plant. I kind of think we do 12 here, and then we make this job just run a little longer. And by a little longer, just more drinks. But that's the kind of thing that will take away, like you're needing to catch up on drinks. Yeah, they just went through and did a big jump there, obviously. But pulling away the rhyolite ever so slowly, right? We've got a little cluster over here. We've still got some up here. Everything over here is gone. Just a tiny little bit down here as well. Is this rhyolite? Cryolite? What the heck? I don't think I've ever seen cryolite before. We're gonna run out of rhyolite? Oh no, we've got a little bit left. Guess we would need to do some excavation if we wanted to get... Hey! And we've got another coming of age. Oh, where'd he go? Should be easy to find in this list. Athel. Boy, that beard's come along nicely, Athel. 18 years old. I believe this is Elath's second eldest. Fokker Seabreck. He's a dabbling milker, a dabbling planter right now. He's focused, which is good. That means he's going to be quite productive. I can understand why he's embarrassed for sleeping without a proper room. That is something that's on our list to help with the dwarves. Let's take a look at your labors. We probably should just take a look at the labors in general for the fortress, just to make sure we've got the right allocation. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lead the stonecutter. That might be Athel. We could make him a planter. Lots of people who are doing stone cutting. Probably don't need anybody doing that. We've got 3 brewers. I've got 3 cooks. Well, let's take a look at this guy. Here's the other thing that I always forget about this, is that you can make... We could assign him labor, or we could try and look and see what he wants. He's a high master observer. He's an adequate fighter. Could be a... He's sickly and frail, so maybe not. Could be a good military dwarf, maybe. Yeah, shocked. This must be the death of his brother. What he's shocked about. He's wearing some pretty ratty clothes. The way that you can tell ratty clothes, you get this little X here. This means these things are kind of threadbare. You feel for surrounding space, a natural inclination toward language, and good intuition and good intellect. Iffy sense of music, little patience, and a very bad sense of empathy. Tends to be swayed by emotions, sometimes act without deliberation. He likes to take it easy. Tends to be a bit stubborn in changing his mind about things. Generally acts with narrow focus on current activity. He can handle stress. It could be a, yeah. We're just going to let him do his own thing and see if he finds his path. Speaking of dwarves, let's check in on Shorast. I was telling you we were going to check in on him. Let's do that. So he's attending a meeting right now. Or he's headed to attend a meeting. Where are you going, dude? I think he's looking for somebody. Oh, he's crying on the priest. Yeah, so this guy had a kind of a pretty serious injury in the battle with Delert and Shed, and his ability to grasp is somewhat impaired. He's got his left elbow muscle that's been sutured. Hopefully he makes a full recovery, but right now he's still kind of struggling a little bit. You can tell if we bring up his dwarf, he's kind of in a bad way as far as his mood is concerned. Oh, that's kind of a... He's also missing a hand. His right hand is gone. So, you know, like Shake and reliving a major injury, yeah, of course, you're going to do that. I think he's going to need a lot of support. You'll notice a lot of yelling and crying on the priest, which is good, but it definitely taxes the rest of the fort. Hopefully his mood improves. We'll keep an eye on him, see how he's doing. Maybe towards the end of the episode, so... Got some more blocks being made, I think, so let's get out here, and I really want to try and finish this episode. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but we'll find out. We can actually drop down to here, and we can put some more orthoclase blocks in, because I see that they're creating some orthoclase. Actually, we've got a lot of it. Where is that? Yeah, okay. It's kind of a narrow stairwell. We might end up cutting this through. Cancel. Hey. Yeah, let's cancel that one too. Construction, floor. I'm going to put walls around the outside of this, so... But we're using the rhyolite walls, so... We'll just wait on that briefly. So I've got can't do that. Darn it. Just throw some more beds in here for the time being. Speaking of beds, we can probably do... chest. We'll move those out of the way so we can build some walls there. We probably should put these beds back into the dorm. I don't think we're in a situation where we're hurting for beds, but you know. Yeah, we'll come back when they're more ready to work on things here. This is the residence hall, so we'll throw some more beds in here. Maybe just another row. I haven't, if I'm being honest, I haven't noticed this filling up. So, I mean, that's okay. But, you know, we certainly could just be cautious of it. Move that stuff out of the way, guys. Come on. Okay, so we've got our orthoclase in here. Again. Let's hop up here. Almost done there. Rhyolite blocks, another chunk going in. Should probably check those traps too, see if we've got any more. I think actually most of the camels now, it's just this one. Oh, we've got 2 of them. Well, they say they're about 1,000 in value, but I don't know if that's true. And that's a really heavy animal, so maybe we train them. That way we can at least take them to the butcher shop. Oh, I apparently have 3 of them. I don't know. Bemble, would you take it your best shot? See if you can train those bad boys. Now, the other dwarf we wanted to look in on was Seabrick, which is Alath's older brother. Now, he lost his nephew to steel chastes. And we're talking about Detanthak here. We'll check in on him. He's generally a pretty happy dwarf. He seems like he's in a good place. He's drinking right now, which is always good. He wants to learn something, which means that, you know, we might want to try and like get him into a guild or something like that. Values harmony, disdains friendship. I kind of feel like this set of combination, or this combination of traits, won't be a good dwarf for the military, if that makes sense. Doesn't have a lot of creativity. He wants to learn something though. I don't understand the coloring of this writing, which makes me wonder if yeah, he wants to pray to Kadol Goldenrod, and I don't think like the temple is necessarily to his liking. At least that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, he wants to learn something. Whoa, what's this? The dwarves of the mighty Anvils now know a few facts about giant one-humped camel training. Huh. I guess we learned some things. I don't want to keep them. We're either going to eat them or we're going to sell them. It's one or the other. They're not staying on the map. The more of them that I catch, the more that I'm going to do one of those two things with them. Like, just no doubt about it. Anyways, Seabrick is kind of an interesting dwarf. He's doing the fish cleaning right now, handling the fish guts, which is great. But he's been kind of doing, it seems like he's been kind of doing a whole bunch of different things. So yeah, we got 3 of them here. 3 camels. Oh man, we're so close. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. I don't know what we're gonna do with ourselves after this. We should probably just give the dwarves like a day or 2 off. Although I've never been able to do that. I'm like, oh, this project's done. We should start on this next crazy project. That's just gonna stress the dwarves out and, you know, make them do something that probably don't want to do. Although lots of dwarves like to work, so I don't know. Maybe I'm being crazy, but you can see like this has got to be like half of our hamlet's population that's out here putting floor tiles down or ceiling tiles, whichever you want to call them. And yeah, that's very disruptive. That's probably not the best, if I'm being honest. Now, I do have a couple of ideas for this, and I think we're probably going to capitalize on them here very shortly. But we're going to have to do just do a little bit of work. Bunch of job cancellations there. Back to that. All right, let's check in on our good friend. Oh, see, look at he's working down here. I think he was also injured. He might have anyways, or might have been injured in that battle. He's remembering being rescued. Satisfied at work. Now, this is a mess here. This is absolutely out of control. There's no reason for our fortress to look like this. Throw some more beds in here. Okay, that's all the beds. That's it. Okay, we're still within the dorm confines, so that's good. Checking on the hospital. Hospital's looking great. We should have moved all the stuff over here. Yep, perfect. Got our cistern there. Yeah, things are going relatively well. Oh, this is the reason why. So I think I figured it out. So here we've got, you notice at the very beginning, towards the beginning of the episode, we had a situation where we were seemingly dwindling away on drinks, and that's miraculously recovered. And it's because we're doing them 12 at a time. So that means that there can be 3 jobs at each one of these stills. And it won't trigger for right now, but you can see brew, drink, just got triggered. So that job is basically kicking off every time and allowing the dwarves to kind of, you can have 3 dwarves working on it instead of 1. Right, someone just brought some cave wheat in here. I didn't see who that was. But that's good. That's really good. That's exactly what we want. So, I feel like, as I'm thinking more about this, it seems like this is going to not be the entrance to the fortress at some point in time. Like, this is a hard wall here. And then maybe this is where the lava flows down the side of the mountain. And then lava flows down here, down the side of the mountain, and it collects in like a little basin here before we dump it off the side of the map by channeling it somewhere. Oh. Oh, you guys. Honeybees. Do you know what that means? That means we can make mead. Not all dwarves like mead, but I think almost all of them will eat the dwarven jelly. We have discovered honeybees on the map. Love it. And, oh, the manager has been taken by a Fey mood. That's a sob. Let's go ahead and take a look, check in on him. Where are you, buddy? "79 years old. Well, let's take a look and see how he does. See what he does here. See if he needs to, if he runs out of things that he needs. So he's claimed a carpenter's workshop, so he's going to burn some of our wood. He's going to use some wood. Unfortunately. He's going after a lot of wood, actually. This is another reason why you kind of want to have, like, plenty of different ingredients, plenty of different supplies for your dwarves. Like, even if you're not planning on having that type of industry. What are you going after now? Oh, you got some cow leather. So we've got a bunch of wood and cow leather. Still grabbing things. Rose-cut brown zircons. Dude, you're going crazy. Oh, he's going to get bull bones. And tetrahedrite. Dude, this project is crazy, Asab. What are you doing? Now we're doing chicken leather, cow leather, 2 different types of wood, some gems. Okay, well, he's working now. A mysterious construction. Okie doke. All right, we should have some more blocks done. Yep. These guys are kind of dwindling away still. I think we're going to have enough for that roof, which is great. $82. That's good. We have a bunch of dwarves that are mad about having to go out in this snowstorm. Yeah, I think this is going to be... This will be the entrance. Definitely. And we can put like we'll move the trade depot inside, you know? But I haven't decided. Maybe we'll put the trade depot up here. This is kind of a nice big flat space, and we could put some like buildings and walls and stuff up like that. That might be kind of a neat setup. Oh, we have 4 giant one-humped camels. Well, if we can't trade them away, we'll butcher them. I guarantee you that. All right. Asab Masokukbuk, the manager, has created a Bal Natam, a willow bin, and offers it to the mighty Anvils. Well, thank you, Asab, for offering it to us. Seems like maybe we should place that on display. Although a bin is so useful. Like, I'm tempted to just let somebody use it, but it's like, no, I don't know. You don't want to. We'll take a look at it in just a minute. It's made out of willow. It's obviously got leather and gems and God knows what else. I can't even remember what he had there. Let's do display. We need to order some more Alunite pedestals. Make some rock pedestals. Make 6 of them. And we'll choose Alunite. Thank you. So once that gets installed, someone's going to have to run downstairs and bring it up from the stockpile. Okay, we're going to put it on display for now. Cool. Just pack a whole bunch of happy thoughts in here. Can I put a bin on display? Oh, you guys didn't already get it, did you? Oh, you can. It does look like it has something in it, though, doesn't it? It looks like they immediately grabbed it and used it. Which means, I don't know if, like, we'll see what happens. I don't know if people can get to the stuff that's going to be in the bin. I'll wait for him to haul this up. Okay, so it's just sitting there. What is in? Oh my God, there's a whole bunch of blocks in it. Okay, this is a bar block bin made out of willow. All craft dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with baguette-cut brown zircons and cushion tetrahedric cabochons, and encircled with bands of ash, plumwood, cow bone, and chicken leather. This object menaces with spikes of cow leather. On the item is an image of Rakust Page Dusts, the dwarf in willow. The dwarf in willow. Do we have a Rakust here? We have 2. We've got the farmer, who's trumpet wave, not him. Lean Canyon. I don't know who Page Dusts is. Could it have been someone who passed away? Nope, it's not. It's not anyone who died in the fortress either. These guys are just chilling out, drinking. Actually, they're talking. This guy needs some assistance, I think. Missed him. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on him. The snow's getting Getting thick. Oh, it's late winter. Got enough for 2 more of these guys. We might just finish this. The giant one-humped camel is reverted to a wild state. I guess these things are hard to train, or either that or they're not really training them. Thought I had 4. Bemble was training them. Yeah, they're not missing. They're definitely dead. And we want to check how many prepared meals. Wow. My goodness. We have more food than we know what to do with here, boys and girls. That's great. So the difference here that I'm comparing is the raw food is what this says we have, and this is what we've prepared. So these are dwarven meals that they can just go in and grab. They're ready to eat. I always think about it like you popping stuff in the microwave. So even though that's not what's happening, but you get the drift. I've often wondered about training animals, and I don't know that I don't know that I'm super interested in doing it. I know that you can train all kinds of animals, and there's actually ways for you to breed them based on, the different traits and stuff that they have. So you can actually make a certain species of animal within your fortress quite strong if you breed out the negative qualities that they have. I don't know that I'm super interested in doing that for this particular fort. Oh, they're reverting to wild state. Oh well, that's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh, because he's out here constructing buildings. He's a dabbling animal trainer, though. Yeah, see, they don't like being caught in the snow. Sorry, guys. It's just a fact of life. Living on the side of a mountain like this. I've got 4 of them. Oh, this is just like... There's a colony of honeybees here. This is just like asking to get... Can you please make some honey for us? Oh, that's exciting. Oh, not quite ready. All right. I think we want to go back down to our work area. We're going to do some additional excavation here. And it will become apparent as to what we're doing in a couple of moments. But we're going to expand the work area a little bit to kind of wrap these 2 volcanoes. That should be good enough for now. I might be getting a little overzealous here. What I'm hoping to do is find some more rhyolite. And these guys need some work to do. places to store these blocks. But they've done a pretty good job of, like, cutting rocks up, which is great. Oh, this pasture has an endless thirst. Okay, so now we're just making drinks. Do I have this set up wrong? Should have stopped at 500. Brew drink from plant 12. Amount of drinks is less than 500. It's way over that, so not as satisfied. Yeah, okay. Part of me just feels like taking that away. That might have been a huge mistake. We'll just brew a ton of stuff and we'll worry about the problem, the excess problem later. Yeah, they're just pulling all the rhyolite out of the stockpiles here. Almost ready for another set. For some reason, the progress in this episode feels a little slower. Like, I know we haven't slowed down per se, but it just seems like there's not as much scattered movement going on for everything, you know? Feels more orderly, feels a little bit more relaxed. Out of meat. Do I have anything in here that's gonna rot? No. How about up here? Bunch of shells. We could probably use a bone crafter, if I'm being honest. What are these guys doing? They're just hanging out. That's kind of what it looks like. Okay, that's all right. Getting there. So maybe we can talk about kind of what the plan is out here. Because what I would like to see is I would like to see kind of a stepped entrance to this fort. So like this drops down, like this entrance right here. All of this is on the same level, and then we drop here. And this feels like, well, of course, this is like the main hall, right? We go down this hill into this hall. And then that's the next level. But if I go up one level, I've got this area here, and then this kind of hard and fast wall. And then this is almost like, you know, something that might be defensible. Could shoot down from it if we had people coming up towards it. So once we've got a little bit more supplies and we've covered this roof off, which is going to be soon, by the way, like this isn't going to take that much longer. I'm confident that we're going to be able to finish it this episode. But we've just got, we'll still have a ton of rhyolite, and we could actually start putting some supplies and putting some thought into how we want all of this to look, and maybe make it more uniform. which will be good. Now we'll have to do some digging, right? Yeah. Semi-wild, trained. Okay, so he's training him. As long as we give him the time to do it, he seems like he's okay. Anyways, yeah, we can probably start making this an edifice, is what I'm thinking. And then we could just build a wall out to here, and we've kind of secured all the way up to the lava here. To that volcano. And then we just need to, like, probably do some type of security over here. Could carve this section of the mountain out, which I think we're going to have to do anyways. Don't disturb this peaceful site up here. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan right now. It's a rough plan. It's not really totally, hasn't totally come to fruition yet. But we will see it start to take shape here now that we have this entire thing covered. And if I'm being honest, there's plenty of other things that we could be doing besides that. Besides securing the entrance or shoring up this entrance and making it look nice. We've got so many things inside that need to happen. In fact, one could argue they're higher priority than how things look on the outside. So it might be a while before we get to this, the more that I think about it. Because we need to make this into, you know, a grand hall, and we need places for our dwarves to sleep that aren't just in this giant dorm here, right? This is causing bad thoughts. Well, he doesn't care, but Shorist doesn't care about it, but Shorist is kind of, he's having a hard time right now, remember. And I think he's starting to come around, like, let's just see if we can find him again. Yeah, you know, he's starting to come around. Oh no, it's this one here. Nope, I'm sorry. It is this guy here. We've got two different Shorests. He's starting to come around. And we'll check in on him next episode as well, just to see kind of where he's at. We should run by Elath one more time, just to see. I noticed that she's been still doing a lot of stonework, stone crafts. And right now she's making a granite pot for more drinks, obviously. She wants to practice some martial art. I feel like maybe that's something that we need to do. Need to help her do. Seabrick, I keep noticing Seabrick is up here too, a lot. He's just a novice stone crafter, but he's like cranking away at it. Yeah. Oh, she's talking with the kids. Seabrick never seems to be too far away from her too. I think this is him following her right now. Yeah, here he comes. Hauling more granite. Man, these... I don't know. These things keep forgetting their training. They keep reverting to a wild state. I am not confident at all that keeping them, I think, would be a bad idea. You're either going to eat them, or they're going to just run amok in your fortress. Don't have them. Pro tip. It's almost done. It's almost done. And we've trapped all the camels, too. That was something that I wasn't expecting. We've just got giant flies. Which... I don't know if this thing is probably not dangerous for us. But, yeah, that's really an ugly thing there. But both of those goals I didn't think that we would be able to get to in this particular run, or this particular session. We've moved the hospital as well. There's one other thing that I wanted to get started on, but I think we need to just have a little bit more. It will help us with our organization, but we need to get a little bit more organization before we can get the thing that helps us with the organization. If that makes sense. Wow, these guys work fast. Look at this. It's done. It's done. The whole thing. They're just like, yeah, you want that carved out? No problem. We got you right here. Okay. So let's go down one more level. Yep. Let's go down one more level. Oops. Oh man, they did not waste any time. So let's... Oh wow, interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that menu before. Just when you think you've seen all of the Dwarf Fortress menus, then something pops up and you're like, what the heck is this? Okay, so that's a square room by my reckoning. And you know what? Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. I gotta think about this for just a second. Sorry. So yeah, let's do that. And it might be a mystery as to what I'm doing right now, but trust me, it'll all make sense. It'll all make sense soon. Wild state, yeah. Those camels are something else, I'll tell you. Now, before anyone gets excited, I'm just going to tell you, we're not going to break through these walls of lava. We're definitely not doing that. It's not going to happen. We're going to try and use some tricky dwarven physics to make sure that we can get through to each one of these volcanoes. But this tunnel right here, as you can see, it's kind of running. If I go down below here, it's running from one side to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 squares wide. And this is going to be the beginning of our forge area. And yes, we do have a forge kind of up here, the smelter, but this is outside. It's kind of a risk to the fortress, if you ask me. And so cranking through and doing this here is going to be a better... It's just going to be a better idea, I think. Just going to leave a little bit of room here. You can actually just do this as priority 4. Well, they're good at digging, if nothing else. That should give us plenty of supplies. Shurast has become a farmer. Gold, take it. I think we have enough here. Let's see, do we have enough? 30, 49, it's done. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. All right. So like I said before, the outside of this fortress is going to look... It's going to look kind of ugly for now, and we just need to be okay with that. So we checked in on Elath. Let's check in one more time on Shurast. Orstistanol. He's constructing a building. It is early spring. It's almost mid-spring, actually. Skilled stone cutter. Still wrestling with that injury. If we look at his health, yeah, he doesn't really have. He's not really able to do much. And he doesn't really have any close family or friends in the fortress. Maybe that will change. He's socializing now, that's good. He's part of the Oily Doctrine, which is good. And he's part of the Farmers Guild. But a lot of this is gonna, like... 43 was a bad year for him. And now we're in 44. Hopefully he's got a better outlook in 44. Restless, shaken, horrified, satisfied with the temple being created. So yeah, he seems like he's doing better. He's still one of the worst mood dwarves in the fortress, but I mean, when you're missing a hand and your other one you can't really grasp with, the fact that he's working it all is just amazing to me. Like, in fact, I might take him off of the labor so he's not forced to. He can just take whatever jobs he feels like it, or he feels that he wants to take. So I think he's a stone cutter. Yeah. Unchecked. He's a skilled stone cutter. But I don't know that, like... He wants to acquire an object, he wants to fight, he wants to help somebody and be extravagant. So... Yeah, he can continue to work on that if he wants to, but if you don't give them jobs, they'll just kind of do whatever. It's a lot easier for them to kind of regulate it. And there's this... There's another camel. Oh, he's trained. And it turns out camels like to be near waterfalls as well. Okay, I don't like having this thing in the temple. He is with Bemble. Oh, do not adopt this thing. I do not want to live with a freaking camel. Yeah, we're getting rid of him. Goodbye, camel. I still can't get over the damage that your herd did. Never mind the fact that we started it. I'll fully cop to the fact that we started that one, but yeah. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Okay. Well, there is some space here, so I think what I'm gonna do is maybe we start building some housing. 2. I didn't think we'd get to this in this episode, but we've taken care of the camels for the most part. We've finished the pasture cover, so that's done. We've moved the hospital. We have our lava pit. If I go down here, I mean, it's pretty much constructed. And it seems to be like towards the end of every episode, this is what happens. We have migrants that arrive. So we're back up to 49 population. But, yeah, I mean, we've got the lava pit excavated. That's great. That's actually really impressive. What else do we have going on? They're still digging all of this out, which is great. And we'll be probably, we won't start at this episode, but we'll be able to start doing some stuff next episode to get a lot of our stuff, a lot of our stocks much more organized, because the experienced players who might be following along here are probably looking at this and just pulling their hair out. Why the heck is he not using stockpiles? He just throws everything into one big monstrous stockpile. Yes, I'm well aware. And no, it's probably not a good way to go. I fully acknowledge that. So, yeah, we'll get that fixed for next episode, I guarantee you. It's not gonna. We'll wait a little bit there. Yeah, he forgot his training. And yeah, we need to meet some migrants here, so let's do that. Let's meet the migrants. There's only going to be 2 of them, if memory serves. So let's take a look. Or did I wait too long? I might have waited too long. Darn. I did. Well, Ushrir is definitely one of them because I don't recognize her. Let's take a look. Let's meet Ushrir. Ushrir Walpine, or Adilumril. I'll stick with Walpine. Disdains martial prowess, good intuition, recovers quickly, values competition, but doesn't have a good social awareness and is definitely not creative. Welcome to Anvilseal. Thanks for joining us here. Tastefully arranged seat. Yeah, she's hanging out. That's cool. All right. Definitely a peasant. I'm just going to let her do her thing. She's right here. We'll let her do her thing. Let her find her own way. Sometimes I like assigning labors. In fact, I've been pretty religious about that in the past. And the last fortress that I played before I started recording, I found that I was having a much easier time managing some of the dwarves, especially the ones that get moody, by not assigning them tasks. So while there's certain things that I would really prefer, like the best of the best to do, like my brewers and my cooks and my carpenters, some of the other jobs are really just not that important, at least to me. Let's find the other guy. Sharust is still, yeah, he's doing better and better all the time. Urist, no. Ast. You gotta be kidding me. Is it Reg? I don't think so. Yeah. It's not Reg. Usually you can tell by their mood. Their mood icon is kind of yellow. It's not Shorust. It's not our militia commander. It's not Ast. He's been around for a while. Maffel. Yeah, okay, I found it. Meditating on Rambos. Welcome, Maffel. 56 years old. She's got a good spatial sense. She's leisurely but overbearing. Inclined to be abstract, a low willpower, and over-reliant on advice. She's an accomplished gelder and a proficient woodburner. I'm not real familiar with the wood-burning profession. And she's a skilled strand extractor. That's a fairly eclectic group of skills, Maffel. She knows Dumat and Kib, who are both stone cutters. Well, welcome to the fortress, Maffel. I don't know that we have use for your particular set of skills, but perhaps one day we will. Alright, well, we've met our 2 migrants for this episode, which is interesting. We checked in again on Alath, Shurust, and Seabrick. We just need to check in on the Herd Slayer himself. That's Kib. Where are you at, Kib? Herd Slayer. He's harvesting. He's got a pretty good attitude. What the? Oh my goodness. I thought we had moved all the farms. Turns out that there's still some down there. Or at least one field. Not good. I mean, it's great because there's plump helmets, but my goodness, what is going on? He might be struggling a little bit. There's a lot of unmet needs. Yeah, a lot of unmet needs. Drop that in the barrel, and then he's going to go plant some seeds here. He's a brawler. Might be a good military. The Herd Slayer. The Herd Slayer himself. He's friends with Nomal, the brewer. He's going to go take a little nap now. Seems like he's alright. We can look in on Seabrook as well. I don't think we did that. He's cutting gems. Interesting. He's always got something to do. I got into an argument. Oh, that's not too big of a deal. Look at all those skills. Oh my goodness. This dwarf just runs all over the place doing different things. Look at this. That's quite fascinating. I don't think I've ever seen a dwarf who's quite so dynamic. Contented for eating a pretty decent meal. These stupid camels, man. I really dislike them. I'll be happy once they're all gone. Speaking of which... Let's just keep making camel stew, guys. That's what we're gonna keep doing. I don't think anyone minds either, if I'm being honest. Like, if you have something horrible like that happen where someone starts a fight with a camel, can't really blame anybody. Stray hen. We got another chicken fry ready to go. Let's check and make sure that we've got a door job going. Nope. Let's do that. Do it out of granite. These granite doors are nice looking. There we go. And while the dwarves continue to build their first homes, we're gonna call it. So thank you for joining me today. I promise we'll return to Anvilseal soon, but for now it's time to say goodbye. Don't forget to hit someone with kindness today, and we'll see you next time.